Hello and welcome to another video at the Dark Yard. Today I'm going to show you how we put together our side wheel assemblies for our Halloween dark ride. So let's make it happen. Okay, we're going to start with the brackets that we use for the side wheel assembly. I got 10-inch corner braces. I cut them where I showed in this picture. I used a metal cutting blade on my circular saw, and I cut it to where we had one bracket that had two holes, a hole before and after the bend, and another bracket that had three holes in it, okay, all for our side wheel assemblies. And now we're going to get started. We're going to take that two-hole bracket that we made. We're going to get our 2-inch bolt, put it through, followed by a washer, a skateboard wheel spacer, and we're going to put it through the most recessed part of the skateboard wheel, or the bearing seat of the skateboard wheel, followed by a lock nut, hand tighten, and then we're going to lock it up with a socket wrench. Okay, all our parts are listed in the description of our video. Now, this setup for the side wheel assembly, I saw in a Chamber of Souls video on YouTube several years ago. That video is no longer around. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how we did our wheel setup, and so this is it. I think we use different metal than Chamber of Souls, and our middle part of our side wheel assembly is different. Once we're done with that, if you can do one, you can do two. So we're going to have two of these done. Then we're going to take our 3-hole bracket next and the rest of the parts that go with it, and we're going to do the wheels that actually roll along your rails. The other wheels we just did roll along the side of the PVC rails you're going to make later. Okay, so we're going to take our 3-hole bracket. We're going to place a washer on the outside of it. Okay, then we're going to run our 3-inch bolt through the outside holes. We're not going to mess with the middle hole yet. Okay, that's at the end. And then once we have that, we're going to place 2 washers on the inside part of those 3-hole brackets. Okay, again on the outside. Now, once we're done with that, we're going to put those skateboard wheel spacers on top of those 8mm skateboard wheel spacers. That'll prevent your wheel rubbing against your parts and will help it roll freely. Okay, then we're going to make sure our skateboard wheels are lined up. They have spacers inside of them as well. Make sure everything's lined up when you place your setup inside of these holes, okay, the most recessed part of the skateboard wheels. All right, lined up, push them in, and with the spacers, they should be able to roll freely. Not going to do that just yet, because now we're going to put spacers on the other side. Everywhere we have skateboard wheels, spacers go up against them on either side. That way they roll freely. Okay, we got that there. And now we're going to place another washer on top of those. Okay. And then once we're done with that, we're going to take our 2-hole brackets of the wheels we already did. They're going to roll along the side of your rails later. And we're going to place those on top of there. You're going to hold them all together. Make sure they don't move. Okay. And then we're going to take special washers, lock washers, and we're going to place them on top of the bolt that you have through there. Okay, that's going to prevent your 2-hole brackets from sliding around on your 3-hole brackets. All right, once we do that, we're going to get our 3-hole bracket and we're going to place it on top of there. Make sure your assembly stays together. Okay, and then we're going to put washers on top of those. And then we're going to hand tighten with the lock nuts. Okay, and then we're going to tighten it up with the socket wrench. Okay, so you want to make sure you tighten these very tightly, okay? You don't want your brackets sliding around on each other. Okay, once you're done with that and you've tightened them, you want to spin your wheels all around, have some fun with it, make sure they spin freely. If anything's rubbing, fix it. Make sure you have it so it's running freely, okay? And then what I did next is I got some shelf brackets that I cut up. You can use different kind of brackets if you want. I use really thick ones because I wanted these parts to hold up, okay? And I cut it where I showed these lines in the picture with my metal cutting blade. And then I put those brackets on the inside of the 3-hole brackets that we made before, okay? No washer on the outside. I put the 3-inch bolt through the brackets. I put a washer on the inside of the brackets. I also ran the bolt through a 1.5-inch metal spacer. You may need a different size spacer if your metal brackets are different, and screwed it in with hand tighten with a lock nut. Tighten it all with a socket wrench, and then boom, you have it. Make sure it all spins freely. Roll it on your kitchen table. Have fun. I mounted all these on 2x6 boards, and then we tested it out on our 1.5-inch PVC. I have other videos on that. Okay, 1.5-inch PVC tracks. Okay, then you put it on 3/4-inch plywood, and there you have the base of the cart, and that's it. That's a video. You can do it too. Thanks for watching. Smash and scare that subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.